Hey guys, your main man Mike from EAKCrewProductions, and today we're going to do a card discussion. The card we're talking about today is Breakthrough Skill. Okay, so Breakthrough Skill is really starting to pick up some popularity. I've talked about this card in the past. I use it in my Lightsworn deck, and it seems like more and more people are starting to catch on to just how good this card is. So let's read its effect. Target one face-up effect monster your opponent controls. Negate the effects of that opponent's face-up monster until the end of this turn. During your turn, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard to target one face-up effect monster your opponent controls. Negate that target's effect until the end of this turn. Now, this card is super great. Just phenomenal. Alright. Now, a lot of people, though, are thinking, well, I have Effect Veiler, which can be dropped on either turn from my hand, and can be used as a tuner. And then I have Fiendish Chain, which is a continuous trap card that also stops the opponent's monster from attacking, not only negating its effect. Plus, it's going to be negated always until this card gets removed. So, why is Breakthrough Skill good enough to play? Well, the reason why Breakthrough Skill is a card that's very good enough to play is because it is a back row. They don't know that it's not a deep prison. They don't know it's not a mirror force. They don't know it's not a bottomless. So it makes them on their toes constantly. I kind of like it when my opponent's on his toes, even though nailing them with Effect Veiler when they think that everything's safe is pretty amazing. But I digress. Also, the card is chainable, and chainability in this format is just so amazing. And what I mean by that is that, let's say they have this guy, Ophion. He's going to be my prime example here. They have Ophion out on the field, okay? And I don't know, maybe they want to search for the pandemic card. And you can get rid of the Ophion with a Dark Hole next turn, but not if they search for the pandemic card. So they know they're going to, they're going to search, boom, you hit it with Breakthrough Skill. Done. And the reason why that's better than a Fiendish Chain at that point is because let's say they had an MST in their hand. Now, they would go Ophion Effect, you would go Fiendish Chain, and they would go Chain MST. Now, they get to search their pandemic because your Fiendish Chain isn't going to get to resolve properly because it's a continuous trap card. But let's say it was Ophion, Breakthrough Skill, Mystical Space Typhoon. Then, I mean, they would have just wasted Mystical Space Typhoon. They wouldn't even use it because it's gonna net them nothing. It would be such a dumb play. But because of that, you've made it so that they don't search their pandemic, and you've made it so that you can now get your Dark Hole. The other thing about Breakthrough Skill against a card like Ophion is that Ophion stops the special summoning. So, this way, you can still drop a Gorz. If Ophion attacks, you can flip the Breakthrough Skill and then drop your Gorz. However, if it was a Fiendish Chain, you would have stopped Ophion from attacking, so you wouldn't get to drop your Gorz. If it was an Effect Veiler, you'd have to do it in main phase 1, and they would think, maybe I'm not going to attack. Also, even though Breakthrough Skill is a flip one, so it's not a continuous effect, it does have that effect where you can use it on your main phase again, and that's just great because although it's not continuous, it's not stopping attack, it gives you the option to stop the effects of two different monsters. You don't have to just go in for one. You do it on that Ophion, make it so it doesn't get the pandemic Dark Hole. Maybe your opponent brings out another problem monster because of its effect on their turn again. Now you have Breakthrough Skill to get rid of its effect and get over it again. The card is just amazing. It's chainable. It can be used twice. It's great. Anyways, and if you run it in a deck where you mill, it doesn't matter because you can still use its second effect. So it's phenomenal. Anyways, that's your main man Mike from EAKCrewProductions. I hope I've changed your mind on Breakthrough Skill. It's a great card that you should definitely test in your deck. Definitely. Anyways, Goodbye.